Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we should look to the war up front. The Panthers are number one in rushing yards, going up against the Buccaneers, who will need to be strong up front.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. For a touchback. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jameis now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
3rd and long for Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Winston now to throw on first down. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To the air again with Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And Winston lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So the offense puts the ball on the ground, but they pick it back up. Now they face a third down. Winston keeps it himself. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Winston to throw it this time. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. On 3rd down, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Caleb Brantley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. play action. It's Tannehill. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these...
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Airing it out for Olsen. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That is incomplete. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Out of his end zone, Winston. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll make it third down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Jameis on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. First and 10, Winston. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Jameis to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here we go, first and 10 now. Working out of the gun, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. 12 more yards there and another first down. This is Cohen. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down. And
when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, We have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. A first down throw for Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. He sets to fire deep. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. Looks to be right around the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action. action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. Patriots continuing to roll, opening their lead up even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second down, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Winston now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. So they're going to go for 2. Again, it's Winston. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This is McCaffrey on the give. Oh, he shifts past him. There he goes left side. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. First down, Winston. Steps away to his left. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end. Ready. Move, go.
Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Jameis now on first down. Able to push his way through. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack on first down there by the defense. And now it's 2nd down. Winston now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. He's got Evans. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Here's Winston. Being chased out left. And he's got some space here. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Off the play fake, Winston. And This is caught at the 8. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cameron Brate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And some space here. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's McCoy. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Evans. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now Jameis on second down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action. Winston. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Winston here to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shift together here from the D-line. Winston to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Red zone opportunity. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. Charles, in this one. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Here come the Vikings now as they get set on 1st down and 10. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Bradford on 1st down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A play fake to Murray. Now Bradford lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And out now come the Eagles.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles. Now they try the right side here. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 14 yards that time for number 14. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Roethlisberger. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Michael Vick as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So 2 quarters down, Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger...
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Michael Vick, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. First down, Bradford. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And now it's second down. Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again, Bradford. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bradford finding Rudolph there for a Viking first. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Bradford now to throw on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Bradford again. He hits Floyd on the right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On first and 10, Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bradford saying, let's go, fellas, urging his guys to get set. The play fake to Murray. Now it's Bradford. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Bradford now from the 50. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Nice job. Congratulations, defeating the Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And the Ultimates, their offense gets ready. First down and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And now running right through it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Play clock. Winding down. Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up. And we'll break that one soon. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Over the middle, it's complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stopper, at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had to feel like something that they had planned for a whole week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate because that was really unexpected.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage.
First and goal here from the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Michael Vick, a 6-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Caught on the right side by Jones. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Taylor will throw. Taylor hit. He lost the football. Taylor going to try and hurry him to the line. On second down, Taylor. And he coughed it up. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Oh, nearly picked. That may be lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Going back to Lander. This time he's got it complete. They needed 15. They got 16 and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Taylor, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Throw left side complete. That's Holmes. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is taken around the 12. Gets around him. And now running right through him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So we got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On 4th down, Lee. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Michael Vick, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And it's 15-0.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Taylor going to try and hurry him to the line. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Taylor to his big tight end Clay for the Buffalo first. Now it's Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two. The old
Michael Vick, he's going to go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. Michael Vick, 89 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Taylor. This complete to Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and forever.
Well, sometimes there are plays that happen that just absolutely defy explanation. I mean, the way he was going, at some point, maybe they're not pursuing him to tackle him. They're just pursuing him to keep.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Bengals offense set and ready to roll here on 1st and 10. Carry now. This is Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He'll return it from the 6. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And some room to work. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it.
And to give this time to the tailback. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they create some nice space for him.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Michael Vick, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. First and 10, here's Andy Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. What would he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A dump off now to Hill. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Dalton, 1st and 10. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will make our score 9-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
Michael Vick, he's going to go. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Vick, 82 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run it again with Hill. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 23. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And this is LaFowl. It's caught. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but, boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And a nice spin into some. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. First and 10 for Dalton. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And Eifert has it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. It's second down. Dalton looking toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Throwing on first down. Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jeremy Hill, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. The Bengals getting set to go. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only...
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football in an either way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They look to throw on third with Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first. On 1st and 10, Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Another chance for Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Underneath here to Hill. And a good hit there and knocked down hard. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Dalton. Touchdown, Bengals.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover, and that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now here's a carry heading left. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. On 1st down, Dalton. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge.